Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRFBets race of the day for Sunday, December the 23rd. Race number 8 at Aqueduct. It's the $100,000 Gravesend Stakes at 6 furlongs. It's a nice card at the Big A on Sunday. Get down with a new DRFBets account and the 300% deposit match that goes along with it. Easy sign up at bets.drf.com. Let's meet the field for the Gravesend. Remember that you can access free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Download them, handicap along with us. We'll take the field in post position order, beginning with the number 1, Life in Shambles, a horse seeking his 3rd straight, Mike, after taking the grade 3 fall high weight last time out. All in all, I thought he got a real nice trip in the fall high weight. Couple of horses, Heartwood, Always Sunshine, dueling early, and maybe they duel themselves into defeat.
Yeah, they might have. He did get a good trip in that race. I'll give him a little credit for that race, though, to keep those 2 horses in range. And then, listen, he closed them down at the end. I thought he was, sort of similarly game 2 starts back when he won that race at Belmont. I give him credit for, getting back into, maybe his best form for Jason Service in his last couple of starts. So we'll see if he can keep it going. I'm not sure how much I love him in this race, Dan, especially at a shorter kind of price, but he's certainly a main contender in here.
Certainly a hard hitter, a horse that finished 2nd in this race last year, handles wet or dry. We have had some wet weather in New York. We'll see if it dries out on Sunday. Life in Shambles, though, very, very solid. Nice to see Stanley Huff back in the game, working with Sagamore Farm. This is a trainer that's had so many great wins in his career. I believe he won the Japan Cup many, many years ago. He's now training the 2 recruiting ready, and Stanley Huff has had success over the past 90 days, as we see from this formulator fact. Older dirt runners, he is 3 for 10, a $3.22 ROI. Recruiting ready has always shown big speed. He showed huge speed in the slop 2 starts back, but we haven't seen him since the True North on Belmont Stakes Day, and the layoff is somewhat concerning.
Yeah, I'd be worried about the layoff. Obviously, his speed makes him a little dangerous in here, but it's not like, he's facing a bunch of slow horses in here who can't keep up with him. I think he will make the front here, Dan. I'm not sure that I trust him to hold off all these. I think he's just going to get some better horses here. He's run some fast races. I just think this is a tough spot off the layoff. Timeform
US agrees with your assessment of the pace. We throw up the pace projector. They have recruiting ready out there on the lead, but taking a little bit of pressure from the 6 Skylar Scramjet, who we'll get to in a little bit. Near the back of the pack is the number 3, Runaway Loot, who beat Gold for the King, the morning line favorite in the Gravesend, 2 starts back in the Hudson in his first start off of a short layoff. In that race, he was able to clear off entering the turn to set kind of an uncontested lead, and I think that helped him hold off Gold for the King in the late stages. Did he have an excuse last time out in the fall high weight?
I didn't think he did. He was the favorite in that race. He chased the pace the entire way, just never looked like he was going to have enough to contend. He was very disappointing in that race. I didn't even think he was so impressive, even though he won the Hudson. As you're referring to, he sort of got an easy trip in there. I thought Gold for the King at least ran as well as he did in that race. Runaway Loot, he's just got to find a way to turn it around. He got the 104 buyer 3 starts back. I suppose if he could run something like that, it makes him tough, but I don't trust this horse.
Always Sunshine earned a big fig 4 back at Saratoga in a weak edition of the restricted Tale of the Cat Stakes. He has yet to run back to that effort, but he was part of that pace battle with Heartwood last time out in the fall high weight before succumbing late while carrying 130 pounds. Timeform US has him sitting off of the pace this time around, and I think he'll be close. I don't think he'll be on the lead, obviously, with recruiting ready in this spot, but at 6-1 on the morning line, you can argue that with his best race, that is some value.
I think that's true. I thought he ran fine last time dueling that pace. I don't love him in this race, Dan, but I agree with everything else you said about him. He's got races that make him a contender in here. He doesn't need the lead to be effective. He's going to be a fair price in this race. If you like him and you think he really did something good last time in the fall highway, there's no reason you can't take a shot with him in this race.
And he seems to move up on a wet track. He's unbeaten from 4 starts on off-going. Gold for the King, as I mentioned, is the morning line favorite. He just loves the Aqueduct main track. He is 4 for 5 at the Big A, including a score last time out in the New York Stallion Series. And yes, it was a restricted race in which he was odds on, but he thumped that field. He really never got out of a gallop, winning by 9 with a 98 buyer speed figure. Do you think he's a little bit more effective at the 7 furlong distance, and that he could be perhaps outpaced a little bit early here at 6?
I'm not going to worry about that with him. I think, between 6 and 7 furlongs, that's just really his game. He's a sprinter. He's a good one, too. They keep him mostly in New York bred races, but he can hold his own against open company horses. He has that big 103 buyer back in July where they just put him right on the lead in an open allowance race. He was really impressive that day. He was really impressive last time. He doesn't need the lead to win. I really like this horse, Dan. I think he's a huge player in this race.
And I think his versatility, that point you mentioned, very important. He beat Life in Shambles in that triple-digit Beyer win that you alluded to, right there on the engine. Last time out, he was parked in the 3-4 path, tracking the pace. He has come from mid-pack in the past, and he seems to be in very good form over a course that he loves. We take a look at our top selections for this race. You like the 6, Skylar's Scramjet. Let's be honest. Skylar's Scramjet got very good over the winter and into the spring of 2018. Big performance in the Tom Fool, ran well in that Run Happy 2 starts back, and then the Mr. Prospector. Didn't like the fact that he showed up with front bandages that day. Didn't really show that customary early speed, and it preceded a long layoff. I think he probably needed the layoff after several hard efforts. I like this outside post. He obviously loves Aqueduct, but how much does this layoff concern you? Not much, because you pick him on top.
Yeah, it's the main concern for him, though, because you do have to wonder if you're going to get his best race off of 6 months on the bench. And if you don't get it, he's probably in a little tough here. But his good race makes him really competitive. I mean, this horse got very good for Michelle Nevin towards the end of 2017 and into 2018. He just ran one bang-up race after another. 5 of his first 6 career starts out of the Michelle Nevin barn were wins. He got that big grade 3 win that you talked about over this track. And after that, I do think he tailed off a little at the end of the year. I was disappointed in his Monmouth race, but they went right to the sidelines with him. I think this is a spot where if he comes back, he just might be a little bit better than these horses. I like Gold for the King a lot. I put him second to this horse just because I thought maybe that horse is the favorite and Skylar Scramjet, second or third choice. I think that's fair in this race.
And both of our horses should work out nice trips from comfortable outside post positions. They love Aqueduct combined. They are 8-4-11 over the Aqueduct main track. You like Skylar's Scramjet over Gold for the King. I'm going to go 5-1-4 in the $100,000 Gravesend Stakes, Sunday's DRFBets race of the day. Again, you can play the card with a DRFBets account. 300% deposit match is yours when you sign up at bets.drf.com. An approximate post time for the Gravesend, 3:47 Eastern. Best of luck.